What?
Welcome back, everyone, to another week of the Manga Monday show. And yes, it's us. We're here
I didn't know we were recording.
in person. Yeah, we are.
We're in live action.
That was my intro.
I was like, what are you looking around
Yeah,
for?
never
I
let
was
them
like,
know your next move. Yes, guys. Yes. The Manga Monday show has switched from audio only to also video. So that's freaking awesome. For those of you who are listening on Spotify and are like, what is happening?
It's just like a plus, essentially. A big plus. You're not missing out on anything.
Yeah.
If you don't like looking at our faces, you could just stick to audio.
Yeah, no, you can.
But I'm so glad now that we're doing this in person live. You have something to look at rather than just like the wallpaper thumbnail, and just audio.
Definitely. That's definitely a big plus.
And we'll be much more marketable. So, if we want to do a clip highlight or something, it's us two talking, and not like Ben trying his best to animate stuff. And they look great, but
we had a video come out a couple days ago. I think it should be out on Saturday. Last Saturday, that's going to talk about the entire schedule, what's changing, what's going to be different. And this is basically going to help immensely with specifically the Shonen Junks, because I don't have to start from zero. I don't have to
He's like, I got to animate this, I got to put clips in here, I got to do this.
Transparent photos and make it transparent in Clip Studio.
It has to be moving at all times.
Yeah, no kidding. It's crazy.
But this is a huge step in any direction,
in all the directions,
every direction possible. We're not just the talkies; we are the movies.
We are the movies now. Yeah.
Is that why they call it movies?
I don't know. That's a good question.
It's like, hey, radio are just talkies, and movies they move.
Oh,
I don't know. I have no idea. I love movies, but I don't even know how to.
Yeah.
But today is another special day, another special episode, not only because we're doing this live action on video for you YouTubies or YouTubers, whatever.
YouTubies.
Whatever. I'm making up words. Also, we have a special event today.
Yes.
We've been building it up for a long time, but now we finally have it here. Ben, what do we have today?
We're going to be doing the Manga Monday Award Show. That's right.
The only
Manga
award
Monday
show.
Award Show.
The only one that counts.
The only one that matters.
No one forget about all those awards.
Yeah.
Every creator ever in anime or manga has been dying for this to happen.
Yeah.
Horikoshi's like, am I going to get best manga of the year?
Spoiler alert. No. Sorry. We love My Hero, but no.
Yeah.
But also just to touch back up on the stuff, we're going to improve every week. This
is beta test.
This beta.
This is
alpha.
This is level 0. This is
and we don't mean beta male. We mean when you test
we're
games,
Sigma males.
Beta and stuff
we're
like
Sigmas.
that. We are Sigmas.
Or is Sigma bad? Is alpha's the good one, right?
No.
Whatever.
Alpha's the good one, because alpha's the one Andrew Tate's always how to be an alpha.
Well, I don't want to be that one.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't want to be
all right,
that
then we're
one,
Sigmas or whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
But this is, there's a lot of chaos going all around this. So
just my room.
It might look nice. I think it looks great. Ben got this cool background for us, this room divider, and he got these super awesome, comfy seats.
Super awesome
for us. But you'll slowly see us evolve in the situation that's going on here. So it might be better, it might stay the same. We'll see what works out. We'll see what doesn't.
We're gonna have LED lights to change it, so we can change the background. I actually kind of like how the white looks right now, and we're using sunlight as our light right now, which won't be the case always.
Yeah.
Right.
If an eclipse happens, it's gonna be like, oh no, that's over. And
and we're in my room right now, and it's super cramped. Eventually, we'll get into a much larger space. Eventually, we'll get 2 of these so that we can have multiple guests on. We can do all that stuff. But this is where we're at right now, just to give you just a kind of visual. And I've always thought the Manga Monday show has been a discussion, right? It's been this kind of not intimate, but a kind of you're in your room talking with your friends about anime and manga.
Yeah.
You're 2 friends who are very good at analyzing storytelling. Maybe a little bit.
If we're anything, we're definitely not scripted. I'll tell you that.
No, we're definitely
it's
not.
It's just pure chaos.
You definitely we're definitely not scripted, which looks wrong because I do have papers actually.
That's an outline.
I never have papers.
That's just us being professional. That doesn't count.
I never have papers, so it's like it's really bad that we're like, we're not scripted. Anyway,
yeah, we're good. This is gonna be so new for like a lot of reasons. We're so used to like having our phones out, like, all right, we're gonna talk about the news. All right, let me pull up the news 1 second.
Exactly.
And we also have to be mindful of not making any mistakes whatsoever because I have been luckily be able to cut out all the ums, all the all the deadpanning space, anytime we slip up and say like a curse word by accident, because we want to keep things, PG.
And even with the new YouTube policy, like we got.
Even that. Even if we wanted to curse, we can't.
We can't anymore.
But like I could luckily cut out all that stuff, and now that the video has to be in sync with the audio, there's not a lot of room there for editing, so it has to pretty much be one coherent, unless we want to put it in an ad or something. But that's not gonna work out well.
Yeah, that's not gonna work. I mean, I'm sure that you guys will forgive us if we,
or multiple
cut
cameras
or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Bit. But anyways, let's get on to our main course today. No news this week, but we're going to be going straight into basically a 2022 year in review.
Yeah.
Great year for anime, maybe even the greatest.
Maybe the best around.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
Because that's what we've been saying, at least for the fall season.
I don't know
2022.
Yeah, I don't know how the amount of big animes that have come out this year. I think it could only be rivaled by probably this upcoming year. I think it's a big one.
But we're coming from a very naive standpoint, because a very like new blood standpoint, because we never really grew up. I mean, I watched like 3 animes a year, like one time whenever Attack on Titan came out. That was like, but I don't know what the anime community was like discussing. I don't know any other shows that were going around that time.
But the internet wasn't as prevalent as that time.
It wasn't, but I can't say for sure like what shows were coming out to decide was this the best anime year in terms of like variety and how many shows they put out.
Yeah.
So so we're going off like
for us it was
like
I would say.
We're going based off our knowledge for like the past 5 years ish. Probably we have like definitely a general idea of what came out.
And it wasn't just that, it was like in terms of the parts of the story. This is probably peak My Hero Academia, at least of what we've gotten so far
Bleach
in the manga.
made a big return.
Bleach,
Chainsaw Man, probably the most hyped anime ever, at least of the year. If not of the year, but it's probably in all anime.
The first ever conclusion to a one story. In Mob Psycho, a fitting conclusion. The absolute sensational debut of Spy Family. Which is just absolutely huge.
Blue Lock, Love is War Season 3, Demon Slayer.
The final episode of Season 2, Demon Slayer,
and Attack on Titan, final season, Part 2. And even announcements alone. We got like a lot of announcements that we got this year that were like, oh my god, this is getting adapted. And now
Jujutsu Zero.
Jujutsu Kaisen number 0.
The new Dragon Ball film.
Film, yeah.
Man, it was a good year.
It was so much. It was so much content to where I'm like, at some point I was like preparing for this award show, and I kept telling myself, I didn't watch enough shows because there was just too many.
Yeah.
Like, and we might surprise ourselves by how many we watch, but at the end of the day, there's so many that we
How much we've read too.
How much?
You know
oh my god!
We've
and manga.
This year?
I'm not even counting manga.
We're not even because we're not caught up to all the new like mangas. There are some content creators who are like, yeah, these 22 mangas came out. Like we're not. Like we'll eventually get to those mangas, maybe in 10, 20 years when everybody talks good about them. But you can only talk about what you
got to remember. We have lives, so we're not. So this isn't all we do. This is just a really big part of like our downtime.
If you do like it and want it to become a part of our lives, hit that like, subscribe, hit that bell notification icon for all of the Manga Monday show.
Follow us wherever.
Every Monday. We upload 3 clips every week now, and new Shonen Junks and One Piece reviews. So check all that stuff out. Edgar, are you ready to get started on this?
Yeah, I'm ready.
A year in review. So our first thing that we're going to be talking about today is going to be our personal choices. So we're just going to get rid of some of the stuff that we enjoyed this year, right? So Edgar, we're going to talk about things that maybe came out in the past. Let's try and stay away from things that came out this year. Okay.
So with that, we watched this year, but didn't inherently come out this year.
Yeah. So Edgar, this is going to be your category, Edgar's choice, and this award is favorite newly watched. So anime that did not come out this year, a new anime that you watched that you enjoyed.
This is easy. Mushoku Tensei.
Yeah.
I watched it this year. It was the best.
When did it come out?
Like a year, like the latest, like the second half of the first season came out.
Came out this year.
No, it came out last year.
Okay.
I don't want to. I want to look it up, but I'm pretty sure.
You can look. Go ahead and look.
Yeah,
because
I don't. I don't want to trump myself by messing up on that. I'm pretty confident. It came out. It did like a split season. Season 1 came out, and then season 2 came out. And then season 1
you're
part 2
gonna have to check it up because I have no idea where my phone is. I lost it in the chaos. Oh, it's on the floor. There it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to find it. Our stuff is everywhere, so you're gonna have to get used to that.
Yeah, no, definitely. There's a lot of stuff going on. Look at me. It's so nice.
This is the stuff I'm talking about. We can't cut this out anymore. We just got to deal with.
It's so nice.
Oh, yeah, winter. Yeah, no, we, this definitely didn't come out this year. Came out 2021, first part, and then the second part came out also 2021.
Oh, wow. Wow, 2 parts in 1 year. That's a bit absurd. I guess Spy Family did that too. Never mind.
Spy Family came out in 2 parts, but it was all this year, so we got that covered. Why won't this load? Why won't this load? Okay, I think it came out this year, but I could be wrong.
Okay, well that's fine. Let's just say it came out last year. So Mushoku Tensei, and it was probably I have favorite newly read. That's probably Mushoku Tensei as well, right? I mean.
Oh no, I'm sorry, I'm so stupid. Yeah, it came out last year, so it wasn't this year. Newly read.
I guess we're talking about manga. Let's talk about manga.
Yeah, let's keep it to manga.
Let's keep it to manga.
I'm the only one that reads light novels.
Light novels. I'll eventually get into it. I'm just so busy reading.
No, you don't like reading.
I'm busy reading.
No, you don't like
novels.
reading books. No, you don't like reading books.
Novels. I have George R. R. Martin's. I'm rereading through A Song of Ice and Fire. All this stuff. I
guess
that
counts.
So yeah. What do you mean? I guess that counts.
Yeah, but that's not the same.
What? Okay.
But yeah, Mushoku Tensei as for show, it was definitely Mushoku Tensei. I love that, and I did read the light novel. But in terms of manga, what I read that was new, I read One Piece. That was like the obvious one, but I don't know if that was my favorite.
Okay. Jujutsu Kaisen.
Can I? Enjoying? Yeah. I guess I'll count that.
I can give you a pass for One Piece not being your favorite if Jujutsu Kaisen trumps it.
Okay.
Much easier.
Did I read Vinland Saga? Did I read Vinland Saga this year?
I think you finished Vinland Saga. I think you read it last year. I don't think. That's a good question.
When did you recommend it?
I can check it up actually. I can just search up on our contacts Vinland Saga, and I can tell when you were reacting to it because we texted a lot when we were talking about Vinland Saga.
But I remember you told me in person to read it, and that's kind of when I started reading it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Let me have water a second.
I don't know if. Yeah, Vinland.
Because I remember it as clear as day. I had watched Vinland Saga the show like a while back already, and then
you read it in November of last year.
Okay, yeah. But I probably did finish it this year, but that doesn't count. I remember I was interested in reading it, and I told him, "Hey Ben, should I be reading this series right now?"
Yes.
And then you stopped me, and you're like, "Yeah, you should read this."
It's peak.
And I was like, "Okay."
In my opinion,
and it became one of my favorites mangas of all time. But I had to say, I guess I have a blank memory right now, but I'm pretty sure I just started reading Jujutsu Kaisen, picking up where the anime left off because I watched the anime first.
Well, when you read One Piece, there's not much else that you can read. That's basically all you got.
I read Love Is War, but the same thing happened. I picked up off where season 3 left off, so I finished Love Is War. I read Fire Force, but I'm pretty sure I started that at 2021. I'm just thinking of all the mangas that I've been reading.
But you watched.
I read Chainsaw Man already.
Yeah, you read Chainsaw Man. Chainsaw Man ended in 2019, right?
Yeah, you're right. But I started.
Yeah,
I started last year. At the end of last year.
No.
I guess it has to go to Jujutsu Kaisen.
Good.
Jujutsu Kaisen, great manga.
Yeah.
And we'll get that review for you soon. I don't know if I want to catch up to where the mangas are being released weekly, or if I should just stop right here where I am because I've finished wherever volume 18 is.
I mean, we might talk about it when Jujutsu Kaisen, because when Jujutsu Kaisen's return will be possibly maybe the biggest return.
When is it coming out? Is it slated
April?
for April?
May? It's somewhere in there. But I know that's going to be. It's going to be huge, man.
Yeah.
I was looking at the numbers compared to Chainsaw Man, like the first season and like Jujutsu Kaisen, like number of views on some clips, number of like initial watchers. Chainsaw Man didn't even like lick, like touch Jujutsu Kaisen. Like Jujutsu Kaisen was a phenomenon, and now that it's entering in Shibuya, which is known to be like its most famous arc, it's going to be really, really big. So we're really excited for that.
Huge. Yeah. What about you, Ben? Your favorite anime? Your newest?
Newly watched.
Newly watched. There you go.
Newly watched is hard. It's really hard. I watched Cowboy Bebop at the beginning of this year. Hard to look past. Middle of the year, I watched Ranking of Kings. Really hard to look past.
Yeah.
Ranking of Kings. Ping Pong is also in with a shout. The issue with Ping Pong is I think it was just a little bit too short.
And read?
It felt
in terms of what you read or what you watched?
In what I watched, because I watched.
So you watched Ping Pong?
I watched Ping Pong, yeah, because there's only 11 episodes, so I just watched that real quick, and the animation was brilliant. I read it afterwards, but I'm counting that and watched. But yeah, I think in terms of in terms of the cohesive story as a whole, probably Ping Pong is the best. But it's between Cowboy Bebop and Ranking of Kings as my favorite, and I'm gonna go with Ranking of Kings.
Yeah,
I think overall
you praise that show a lot.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the second part it's one season or 2 seasons.
Yeah.
One season?
It's one season right now.
And 2
new
parts.
special's going to come out this summer, and then it's going to have a second season.
I think the second part of the first season came out this year. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
okay,
so that might be included in...
well, then, Cowboy Bebop.
No, I mean, you can still count it. I mean, you can still count it. But, yeah, I remember you watched those shows this year.
Yeah, I really want you to watch that show. It's really good.
Cowboy Bebop?
Yeah. Well, Cowboy Bebop and Ranking of Kings.
I know Cowboy Bebop's one of those animes like with the best subs ever, so I'm really intrigued.
I watched it with the sub. Maybe it's a different experience with the dub, but
I don't know if they'll be able to live up to the Netflix adaptation. I mean, it's just on another
that's the
level.
reason why I watched it too.
Really?
I did watch I've watched. Maybe this is a lie. Maybe it has to be Ranking of Kings because I've watched individual videos or episodes of Cowboy Bebop before.
But you didn't watch it.
I didn't watch it. I watched like the first 5 episodes once, and then I watched like the second to last episode a few years back when I was just an anime casual. Like there were sometimes I just put it on and I was like, okay, whatever, But now I'm like invested the whole time. But I would say Ranking of Kings.
Okay.
In terms of Red, I can tell you from an instant, it's Vagabond.
It's quintessential.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna say that. I knew you were gonna be disappointed.
I got him to read it, and I was like, "Let's go!"
I know. Quintessential good templates. It was great.
I was probably
reading it.
the fastest read ever.
No, fastest read I've ever done by far. I never had a deadline on reading a manga, but man, did I reach it.
That's funny.
But Vagabond, and my friend of Saul, he was just reading it, and I watched him stream it, and it's really hard to look past it as the greatest manga of all time, in terms of Inoue's art, Inoue's storytelling. I don't know. I love shonen, but seinen for me, I think, are the GOATs at this point. Yeah. And I just started reading. I'm on volume 2 of the big editions of Berserk.
Yeah, so who knows? Maybe that'll
It might be my favorite ever. I'm telling you, like my friends at the beginning.
Wait, Berserk?
Berserk, yeah.
Already?
Dude, it's good.
I've only read 2 chapters.
Yeah.
And like I knew it was different, but you've read the entire first volume?
And the second, yeah.
Wow.
So they're so I'm on volume 7 for you individual volume.
Yeah, he's
readers.
reading the official deluxe version.
Yeah, the
like,
deluxe editions.
The coolest ones. I think it's like the only one you should buy now.
Yeah, well, I think
it's like the Bible.
Yeah, if I really like it, I'll buy both individually, but that'll take a while.
Yeah.
I know for Attack on Titan, I want to do that. I buy every individual one and the big ones. But to be honest, reading Berserk, I'm like, I wish that Attack on Titan was drawn like this. I'm just like the way that it looks like. I'm like, this is perfect Attack on Titan drawing. And my friend who read it before at the beginning, he was like, "Oh, dude, it's dark. You're not ready." And I went, "Yeah, I know." And I went, "Yeah, I know."
You probably
like A Song of Ice and Fire, dark fantasy, H.P. Lovecraft. I love all that garbage, but. Man, it's might be the darkest thing I've ever read.
You know things that I don't know because I've only seen 2 chapters, but I know for a fact that I've been spoiled on one thing that's like in a very pivotal arc that's later in the series.
Mm-hmm.
That almost.
I know what you're talking about too.
You know what it is?
Yeah, everybody's been spoiled.
That was.
But don't say it.
No. Even if I wanted to, I can't say it.
Yeah.
But like, it's like, it is. It is something. It is not a light read.
No, it's not. It's legit like chapter. They give you a little bit of wholesome, and then at the end of the chapter, it's dismay, despair, blood, and guts everywhere, and you're like, oh my god.
Is that a pun? Guts?
Yeah, guts. Hey.
Yeah.
It's sorry, I'm just.
No, it's okay.
I'm doting on Berserk when in reality the best manga I read this year was Vagabond.
Yeah.
Berserk is great where it is right now, but I've only read 2 volumes. I've read the entirety of Vagabond. If Inui finishes it, which I don't think he will, even though apparently he made some comments that he's planning on returning it. But
however, not very positive
at
comments.
Fest.
It sounds like he just wants to blow through it.
Yeah.
Like he's like, I'm gonna finish it or I never will. So I'm just gonna get it over with.
Yeah,
it's pretty much the vibe I was getting.
I don't want him to do that, but he built up the story to basically this point of a climactic battle with none of these names mean anything to you, but Miyamoto Musashi and Kojiro.
Kojiro. That's not the same.
Yeah. Oh, what's the name?
That's from Demon Slayer. It's a Rengoku's name. Kojiro. Akaza was always yelling it.
Yeah. Oh no, I was thinking of Jotaro.
Oh no, not Jotaro.
But yeah, I think like the art and man. Musashi and the 70 Swordsman. It's the best manga arc I've ever read, bar none. It's the best.
I don't know. I think My Hero Sports Festival easily topples it.
Yeah, maybe someday. But yeah, that's another thing that I think. I think that might be the thing that I want you to read the most next is Vagabond.
Interesting.
Okay, let's move on.
Yeah.
Let's take before we move on to a retrospective of 2022, let's do an introspective on a 2023. Edgar, what's the most anticipated anime of 2023?
Mine or like what in general?
Let's just say in general for everybody in the human race.
I forgot to mention it last 2 episodes. Mushoku Tensei season 2. What? I'm just kidding. No, I'm not
excited
kidding.
for it.
I am super beyond excited. But in terms of
I'll catch up to Mushoku Tensei before that comes out so that we can do a nice little review on
it. In terms of Solo Leveling is coming out next year?
We don't know.
If it does, then I think that'll be it.
Solo Leveling, yeah.
But I don't know.
Kaiju number 8's definitely not coming out.
I would like to say the easy option. By the way, when is Attack on Titan Part 3 coming out? I don't because it's not slated for January or February. There's no announcement date for it.
I don't know. I thought it was coming out January.
And the official winter date of the anime season is January, and it's not at all within sight. So it said winter 2023, so we all assumed it'd be January. But
yeah,
who knows? That? Maybe a movie. Like no, they said show, right? I have no idea.
They said show. I think they're going to do the show and then a movie.
Well, they did say 2023, so I would like to say it'd be that, but I'm not feeling that hyped for it. But then again, is everyone hyped for it? I don't know how people feel about it. I feel like people have.
I think it's phased out of the I think it's phased out of the.
I don't think it's the ending. They just stretched it out a bit too long.
Yeah,
like I don't like
think
these.
so
I don't like the marketing and
it
the way
depends.
they
It depends though if they do change the ending Bleach style, because the Bleach anime, the author apparently changed it, and everybody has been loving it. If they do the same thing with the Attack on Titan finale, but I don't think they will, because Mappa has always been very. The only deviation from a Mappa property from the manga was that one episode in Chainsaw Man where he didn't go to fight that one devil. That's the only deviation I've seen from any Mappa property.
Power's Feet, don't forget that.
Power's Feet.
I was livid. And that's kidding. I don't really care about that.
No, obviously we don't care about
that. It's I don't know. I still feel like it's because they stretched it out for so long that where we kind of. It's like Avatar.
Yeah.
But Avatar is doing great now, so who knows? Avatar, the second sequel to Avatar is doing great, but it still has those vibes. Like you leave it out for so long to who's gonna care at this point? You know what I mean?
I think it's Jujutsu Kaisen, Shibuya.
Yeah, Shibuya. Yeah, Jujutsu Kaisen, Shibuya arc.
And Gojo's backstory. It's goated. I think it'll just be like it's just Jujutsu Kaisen at this point. Yeah.
I'm trying to. I literally can't think of anything else really.
Yeah.
There's a lot of big anime coming out. I just mean in terms
Hell's
of
Paradise doesn't have the backing for it. Vinland Saga, as much as it's my most anticipated, it's not. It doesn't have the backing.
By this point it comes out Monday, January 9th. So it'll be out by this point. By whenever this episode releases. So
here we go.
Yeah, I'm scared.
This is where the fun begins.
Yeah, but I think it's Jujutsu Kaisen, easy win.
Yeah. For those of you who haven't noticed, I don't think I prefaced this. Maybe in future iterations of the Manga Monday Award Show, we're going to be doing it more of like a presentation, like, and here's our winner, But this, we just wanted
it really
to be
unofficial
a conversation.
Yeah,
we just wanted it to be a conversation where we have a category that I wrote out, and then we're just throwing some names up there, and then we're just deciding from there.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Edgar, we're going on into overall awards. So these don't necessarily encompass anything. This kind of takes place in a place outside of anime, or it is more about the creation of anime and more about, specific things that happened in anime. So it's not anything like that.
Okay, so like in a community of anime.
Yeah. So what was the biggest letdown of the year? Let's throw some stuff out there. Dr. Stone's ending, I would say, in my personal opinion, is a pretty big letdown. I would say the current chapters of My Hero Academia. It's a pretty big letdown.
Yeah, pretty big letdown. What else? I'm trying to think of what else.
I know we haven't seen Tokyo Revengers, so we can't talk about
the ending. Yeah, the ending of Tokyo Revengers
I know.
was like, you know how that goes.
We know.
If you know.
We know.
We know.
We've heard about it.
But if you don't know, I heard it. It's not good.
Yeah.
And then
the pure amount of live action adaptations announced.
Cowboy Bebop,
that's a big one for me. That was last year. Cowboy Bebop when it came out.
But it came out last year?
Yeah, the live adaptation came out last year.
Wow, that felt like a long time ago.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought it came out not this year, 2022.
Yeah.
That's what I meant. But in terms of what happened, I'm trying to think. You could see this as a bad thing. I don't think it's a bad thing, but a lot of people were scared about Crunchyroll owning everything, or merging with Funimation. That's not a bad thing, but it is a big thing.
Well,
and some people took it not in a good way.
I understand why people did that, but as an actor who worked with Crunchyroll and who worked a little bit with Funimation before, there's just so many opportunities. I've seen so many of my friends get opportunities there, so I have to see it as a good thing.
Yeah, so far I've seen pretty good things. Mm-hmm. Like nothing really bad. So nothing really bad happened there. I guess I don't know. Dr. Stone ending. I felt very
underwhelmed. I would say it was a big letdown. Like it was just such a big wet fart of a chapter, and arguably that might be the only bad Dr. Stone chapter.
I don't know. Probably that in My Hero's anime direction. It's not bad. Season 6 ain't bad. I just
but it is
arc,
a letdown. I will say
best arc ever in My Hero. Yeah. I really expected
Can we throw in the My Hero opening as well?
Yeah, the
That was
opening.
bad.
Yeah, it did not match the tone. I expected a lot more
God, I hate it.
pomp, and
Yeah.
it did not bring it.
I'm so excited. It's changing, or it changed today. Hopefully,
Have you?
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it yet. So yeah, we're gonna have
I
to
know
watch it.
Eve, the band that did the first Jujutsu Kaisen opening. They're singing the second opening for My Hero Academia, season 6.
Yummy, yummy.
So at least we'll be getting a good song from
Yeah.
there. Who knows if the opening will match the tone and the vibes of where the story is.
Yeah.
My pick is gonna be My Hero Academia season 6 and how they animated it. Some people might say Chainsaw Man. I think it's alright. I think it's good. I don't think it's a letdown at all, really.
No,
I liked it.
I think it was really good.
Yeah.
I
did expect a bit more.
It was.
but I liked it.
Yeah. It was. I was a little bit let down about the just the chaos of it, because like when I read the manga, I thought Denji, when he turned into like
Yeah, you say
the
that you
Chainsaw
expect him
Man,
to be like a monster.
Yeah,
more
you
than just Genji, but
with
a
a
different
chainsaw. but like he's like, I always thought that Denji, when he turns into a chainsaw, like he was basically turned into like this, like, and with the blood like going everywhere. I thought he was this crazed psychopath, but I guess maybe I read it wrong. I don't know.
Or maybe that's just Ben's thing, because that's like your only gripe with it. I feel like.
Yeah, no, it's my only gripe with it. I
Yeah.
love the anime, even though I've fallen behind a little bit on it.
You haven't finished it yet?
No, I finished Spy Family and My Hero and Chainsaw
Yeah,
Man.
I haven't finished Spy Family, but I know where Spy Family goes.
Spy Family's great, man.
Yeah.
Spy Family's really
I stopped
good.
like episode
Yeah.
9 or something like that in
Yeah.
Spy Family. So whenever I judge it, I mean, I got a pretty good idea of it, and I know where the manga goes. So I still have that in consideration.
To go back with the letdown from My Hero, I would say that it's also the fact that they kind of did it in real time, like the fights. Like there were no moments where it's like, we're like in the when we look back at season 3, right, where All Might faced off against All for One, there was none of that moments where, like, you remember when All Might goes to punch All for One and then an explosion happens in the background and they take a little bit of a pause on it and then they continue on with the scene. It was like every moment was like, and you never got that one moment where you can look at it.
I wouldn't mind that. I mean, yes to that. I would like that, but
Yeah.
I don't mind this pace that it went, because
No,
it
me
went.
either.
It went at a great pace. I just wanted
Pacing was brilliant.
I just wanted more bit detail in the animation, and
Yeah.
I know people, but the way people compare it online is ridiculously stupid.
No.
They compare they do the manga panel comparison to like a moving frame.
Yeah.
That's like really blurred because it's a moving frame.
Yeah.
And they expect it to be the same thing. That's dumb.
Well-
but I did want a bit more detail and a bit more like.
Arguably, like, the stuff with Deku versus Shigaraki is the worst animated stuff, because when you look back at it, all the stuff with Mirko is brilliantly animated.
Dobby,
all the stuff with Dobby is
Yeah.
brilliantly animated. Dobby's dance might be some of the best animation we've seen from
anytime,
Bones.
literally anytime Endeavor is on screen, they all of a sudden
Which
care.
I'm kind of angry about. Like, I'm like, it's not his story. It's about Deku and Shigaraki.
Yeah, they clearly like Endeavor.
And Shoto, because Shoto is in the opening, and I'm like, he's not even in the story.
Yeah, we talked about this, and I don't
know?
like how much they like
Yeah.
putting Shoto.
And
in.
they did a little bit better with Mirio's spoiler, with Mirio's return.
We're talking about 2022's anime.
with
so
Mirio's return. But I think they still could have hyped it up a little bit more. Like, add some stuff to it. That's something that was severely needed to be added, was more meat to Mirio's return.
Yeah, it was
And they
like that in the
didn't give it
manga.
to
So
us. Yeah.
and it was a matter of like when they're giving Mob the extra good stuff.
Yeah.
You could do that with My Hero, but yet they
But
don't.
Mob had like 3 or 4 more years of development in it under its sleeve, so
What are you gonna do?
that's what My Hero needed.
What are you gonna do?
Year.
I don't
Yeah.
think we narrowed it down. There's like
Yeah.
a lot of stuff that's the stuff
Yeah.
we're kind of let down by.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go through these a little bit faster.
Yeah, we spent too
'cause
much.
We spent a little bit of the time, but I think Let Down is like the one that we need to spend the most time.
Yeah.
So what was your biggest surprise of the year, Edgar?
Can it be like just like an announcement or something like
It
that?
could be an announcement.
Hunter x Hunter manga coming back.
Yeah, I would
One of the
agree.
biggest one. That or the Berserk manga coming back.
The Berserk manga coming back. Yeah, I think we should save that because there's an award for the biggest heartwarmer of the year. I think that the Berserk manga and the Hunter x Hunter manga coming back is for me, the biggest heartwarmer is the Hunter x Hunter manga.
Yeah.
Hearing all the stuff that Togashi went through, I would say that. But let's stick like surprises. What surprised you the most? Cyberpunk Edge Runners being good.
Yeah, that being good was like, does anyone see this? Like, does anyone know like how good it is?
Yeah.
Like that was a big shock to me. I did not think it was.
I would go with Cyberpunk Edge Runners.
Yeah, that was a big surprise for me. I really like that. A surprise to be sure, but a welcome one.
But a welcome one.
Yeah, exactly.
So we're saying Cyberpunk?
Yeah.
I would say? Yeah, Cyberpunk.
I'm going with that one.
Biggest scandal of the year. It's hard to look past the Totally Not Mark and Toei Animation thing that happened.
That or the Kyle, what's his last name?
Oh,
the
Kyle
voice
Herbert
actor
for
from
Mob.
Mob
But
Psycho.
that just messes with the dub, right? And
So
I
we're
think,
just talking about.
yeah.
So
and I think the dub.
that's kind of outside-ish of like.
Like as much as I love dub and I want to get in the industry, right? It doesn't affect like the anime industry as a whole. What does affect the anime industry as a whole is the content creation, the copyright from fair use, stuff that's going on YouTube.
Yeah.
And I think that Totally Not Mark's situation completely just,
Yeah, that one. I mean, both were really frustrating, and but
the
Mark's,
Mob Psycho dub. When we look back on it, I still watched the dub and it was great.
Yeah.
Like
that one was like
Yeah.
that one was just really disappointing, and
Yeah.
I don't think anything illegal was technically done.
No,
really.
no, this.
But Totally Not Mark's felt like completely
it felt illegal.
It felt unfair, and there was like almost, and when it comes to YouTube, there feels like it's almost like a give up situation where with Kyle and the Mob Psycho dub situation, he had a little bit of pull to do something about it, even though we kind of knew it was never going to happen, him coming back to it.
Yeah.
But he was like a person with a voice and with enough followers to maybe do something or get people's attention to it. Mark has like a lot of followers, but when it comes to YouTube, they literally don't do anything with cooperation with getting your justice due.
No, definitely not.
And there was like
I know though that a lot of people have been pointing out that Totally Not Mark literally rides the line of copyright. And as somebody who has done videos for us before, like. Yeah, I would never do what Totally Not Mark does.
But
ever.
like it's like they saw anything with Dragon Ball and One Piece, and they just like, all right, it's gone now.
Oh,
or
but
like,
then also like the fact that they had like the entirety of Dragon Ball Super Broly up,
Yeah, still up. I remember when that happened, and people were like, "Go check it up, it's still on there." And then the entire movie was still on. I'm like, wow, that's and it had like a lot of views on that video. So it wasn't like a 5
It was about 300K people just watching this.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say the Totally Not Mark situation.
Yeah, it was a big letdown.
You could also point out maybe with Toei Animation, maybe their big hack that happened and pushed back Superhero. Remember that?
Yeah, the guy hacked
scandal.
It. They hacked
like the everything and like
they had the film, right? The actual film.
Yeah, the films.
Yeah,
they were like, pay us this and we'll give it back to you.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
Yeah, but I would say Totally Not Mark.
Yeah.
Biggest heartwarmer of the year. I'm just gonna say I think it's Togashi, coming back. I do think Mira dying was such a big moment for all manga in general.
That was that was 2021.
That was mainly last
but
year.
The return of the manga coming back. Yeah. Well, at least in terms, we knew they were gonna wrap up the chapters that we're in, but they're continuing it, which is really cool. But yeah, Togashi coming back with Hunter x Hunter. We kind of assumed that we'd only get like it was also a matter of fact that we didn't think how many chapters we'd be getting. We got like a full volume's worth, and that was like absolutely. We just thought we were gonna get one chapter, if any. But him coming back, huge celebration in the manga anime community, and everyone had his support, and we all wish the best for him.
Yeah, definitely. Take your time. Glad that the manga is going back to monthly or going to monthly.
Yeah.
Brilliant. I think that's amazing.
Yeah.
I think more mangakas should do that.
Heartwarmer for sure.
Yeah, heartwarmer for sure. Funniest moment of the year. So this can be like in an anime. This could just be
like just watching
something that happened outside or inside an anime. I don't necessarily know.
Can it just between us? Because I think you
sure.
picking up quintessential quintuplets is absolutely hilarious
Yeah,
to
we
me.
could say that. We could do that. Yeah,
Like-
me picking up quintessential quintuplets.
Yeah, because like,
yeah.
because I remember at some point you were like, we were like going through the bookstore and you're like, should I read? I think I'm just gonna buy this volume. I'm like, whoa, easy, champ, easy, slow down.
You were like,
slow.
whoa. I don't know why you did that. I didn't think it was that weird. Like
I don't know,
you
but it's such a jump from like. It's like it's throwing you in the water with alligators to swim.
I would say I'm very like open to a lot of stories, even stories that I'm like, oh, this is really bad storytelling. I'm still like, I'll watch it. You know, I enjoy it.
I mean, I'm not. It wasn't a matter of just whether we were gonna like it. It was just a matter of like, not culture shock, but like genre shock.
Whoa,
Genre shock, I guess.
I mean, there were things I read and I was like, ugh. And if I watched it, I don't know if I'd be able to watch it because when I watched the movie, those girls and like, oh my god, how high their voices
there's a volume
are.
button. You can just turn it down.
Just turn it down a couple of decibels. I don't care if Futuru sounds a little bit like this, but if just turn the girls down just
That's
a
just
little
anime
bit.
girls in general, bro. You just
I
gotta
know,
get you gotta use to that.
God, they're so.
I'm worried about him.
King! And I'm like, oh.
I'm worried about him watching Love Is War now, depending on how he watches it. But
it's probably gonna be the dub.
Just gotta, Either one is fantastic, but the dub is. I'd be okay with him watching the dub on that one because the dub is like phenomenal.
Okay, let's move on. I think this one is probably gonna be fairly easy. We're going on to our manga and anime category, so this is just for overall manga and anime stuff. Best conclusion for a manga. Might be the best conclusion I've ever seen. My vote is for Fire Force.
Yeah, Fire Force. But what else ended this year?
Dr. Stone.
And Tokyo Revengers, but I didn't read that.
My Hero Academia Vigilantes. Had a pretty good ending, but it wasn't very it wasn't amazing. I would say Fire Force just landed it so well. Yeah. You know, they
especially
just
for me,
stuck the landing.
I really liked it. Yeah.
I know, of course you really liked it. The Soul Eater fan over here.
Yeah.
And perfect ending. As somebody who hasn't even read Soul Eater yet, you know.
I'm trying to look around the room and see. He has manga over here, so I'm not just like dozing off. I'm trying to remember what else ended, but yeah, I'm just gonna go with Fire Force. Yeah. Easy win.
Easy win. Best. This one might be a little bit harder. Best individual manga chapter.
I already know the answer, and I don't even watch One Piece.
Oh,
was that this year? That was this year, right?
Let me check.
Yeah, I think that was this year, right?
Yes.
The chapter, like the One Piece chapter, like the biggest one ever.
It's hard to look past that if it is this year.
Just type in the
Luffy
I got it.
Like, talk about Denji's return in Chainsaw Man. That was a good chapter.
Yeah, that was a good one. That was like an equivalent of an MCU cameo, because like the first few chapters of. I guess I forgot. I'm pretty sure the biggest announcement. I forgot to say this, but I guess you can count Chainsaw Man's return was a big thing or big surprise or big event that happened this past year in 2022 because that was big. But then we were reading the manga and it gave us a new character.
Yeah, it was this year.
It was this year
at chapter 1044.
Yeah, the biggest One Piece chapter.
One of the best chapters I've ever read ever. I'll just say that one of the best transformations ever. Yeah, I think it's the only thing that will ever rival Goku going Super Saiyan in terms of like cultural transformations. But yeah.
I mean, arguable. I mean, he
hasn't even read One Piece and he knows it.
Yeah, I mean,
you've read One Piece, but
I mean, it might be. I mean, it might be arguable-ish. I mean, I don't mean to give off the wrong idea to One Piece fans, but it might be arguable in terms of how impactful it is to the story, or what it means for the story, or how cool it looks, or like how it handles it, but definitely in terms of how the world reacted to it, how many people talked about it, how everyone knew what you were talking about whenever you say One Piece chapter, blah blah blah. Everyone, I knew about it, and I didn't even like One Piece. I had nothing on my One Piece Twitter.
You weren't reading it at that
on
point,
my
right?
Twitter feed. Yeah, I wasn't reading it then. And I knew what they were talking about. I think I knew what happened before Ben even read it. I'm willing to bet like a lot of money on that I found out before he did.
Yeah, probably. I would say, but that was like all my friends got on a Discord call and were like, "Oh my god, it's the best chapter ever!" And I was legit like, there were some people complaining about it, and those were the people who like did a
like the -1% or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know who.
Those were the people who were who like watched the theory videos on the stuck up One Piece theory videos, like saying, "Oh, Luffy is gonna do this," and then when something doesn't happen in the story, like down to the T that they don't like, they're like, Oda is so bad, Oda's garbage," and you're like, what are you doing? You know, like, you're bad. But yeah,
get good.
yeah, get good, man. In terms of jujitsu, there is a couple of fights specifically with Hikari that I think
Don't know who that is.
Yeah, he doesn't know who that is yet. Specifically with Hikari, that I think deserve a shout.
It's One Piece though.
Yeah.
Why are we talking?
Berserk's return.
Yeah, but no one. Yeah, but that was kind of.
But it wasn't a culture shock like.
The chapter itself wasn't like monumental.
Yeah.
But everyone was talking. Everything around the chapter was definitely big. But even then, One Piece was the biggest chapter.
I agree.
Ever. You know.
Yeah. Best conclusion for an anime. Mob Psycho. Cyberpunk Edge Runners had a pretty good conclusion.
Yeah, it's like only one season, and
Yeah.
I don't think they'll be continuing. I don't think they said they'll be continuing.
No continuation. That's what CDPR said. No continuation.
Quintuplets technically did end.
Did end. Did have a good conclusion.
That's my personal ending, but it's Mob Psycho.
It's
like all around great season, all around great story. Almost nothing wrong. Anything with the anime, nothing's wrong with it. You know what I mean? And if you've heard our episodes before, I just personally didn't like it as much as season 2, but it's still a great ending to a great series. No flaws, you know. Just personal things that I wanted to see or I didn't like, but you know, I'm gonna call it like I see it. Mob Psycho.
Yeah, I mean, technically we do think this is the final season, but Bones did not say the final season. They didn't market it that way, and there is a Reigen Arataka spin-off, so there might be a possibility.
There's like one volume though, mind you.
Yeah, there might be a possibility that one comes back and makes new stories for Mob, but I don't know. I think this is a good ending.
Yeah, he's working on. He's still technically doing One Punch Man.
Yeah,
and now writing a new series for. I don't know I
forget
what it's called.
It's called Versus.
Yeah, Versus. Yeah. So he has a lot of. If anything, we won't be seeing another Mob Psycho thing, if at all ever.
Yeah.
But
I mean, the new Reigen thing came out in 2019, so hopefully he continues to write those individual stuff.
It goes to Mob Psycho for sure.
Best individual anime episode. I know mine.
It's. I don't like saying it, but it's One Piece, isn't it? Isn't it again One Piece?
Oh, One Piece. Oh, episode 1000.
I hate saying that, but. I hate saying. Was it 1000?
It was episode 1000.
Was it that one?
Roof Piece Begins. Yeah. Amazing chapter, and we talked about it on.
No. Wait.
Yeah, it was chapter 1000. It was episode 1000.
The one with the fight where he walks up to them.
Yeah, episode 1000.
Okay, I guess it'll just start happening.
Yeah. It was episode 1000 when.
To
Roof
me,
Piece Begins.
It was probably either Demon Slayer's.
I think it's Demon Slayer.
I like that one a lot, but are we still talking about our pick or what the biggest in the community?
I think I think we can do a little bit of both.
Because honestly, I felt so is this real moment? And again, if I watched One Piece, if I and Ben felt that way, and if I was caught up with One Piece, I'd probably feel the same.
Yeah.
But to me, obviously, I haven't read One Piece or watched it. I mean, I haven't read it at that point.
It was the only time One Piece's awful, drawn out, stretched filler in episodes.
Yeah, let's be honest. I don't think anything else touched that episode. Maybe 2 or 3 got really good, but nothing like that. It was just that episode, and I haven't heard anything about the anime since then.
At the beginning of One Piece, obviously, in the from Romance Dawn to probably Water 7, great pace. It was after that when problems started to arise.
Yeah. Attack on Titan. From you. Or to you, 2000 or from
year?
you, 2,000 years in the future.
Ooh,
that was a good one.
Ooh, that was this year.
And that came out the same day Demon Slayer's Never Give Up
Oh
episode
my
came out.
god, it did.
I think if we were giving out the best day in anime, that was it. Because even counting One Piece, because that
don't know.
2 banger episodes that
Well,
year.
if we're talking about week, it's probably the week that Spy Family, Chainsaw Man, and Mob Psycho and My Hero started.
No, because Chainsaw Man didn't start when Spy Family.
It was around the same week, right?
No, it was the week after. Chainsaw Man came the week after,
I see.
but Spy
In
Family
terms
and
of
My
days,
Hero.
you are right. That's the best day.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it to Demon Slayer.
Best episode.
Yeah.
That's such a great episode to watch.
Man, from beginning to end,
I like watching reactions to it. It's
Yeah,
it's so great. It's like an end
Yeah.
game moment.
And like maybe it would be because also that I hadn't read Demon Slayer up at that point, so I was just watching it raw for the first time. I knew what happened in Attack on Titan. I know a lot of people probably might think. A lot of people will probably, who hadn't read the manga, will probably say that best individual episode might be coming from My Hero, because a lot of people haven't read the manga and are like, whoa, you know. Like I know Blind Wave, I'm watching them and they really are like, this is the greatest thing I've ever watched, which is what we thought when we read it.
I don't know. I like to. I can never say this 100% because I'm not in that position, but I like to say I'm pretty sure if I only watch the anime, I feel like I still feel like pretty left out in a sense.
Sure.
Because like you look at Demon Slayer's animation and how they handle everything, and especially if Demon Slayer came out if that episode came out around the same time back to back where My Hero was coming out right now, or we're in 2022 like fall season, I'd be like,
It'd be
what
clowned
is this? Why am I getting this? Like why can't we get this?
Hey man, it technically did get that treatment because of Mob. You know, a lot of people were like looking at Mob and going like, why can't we get this?
Exactly.
You know? Which is fair. They should have taken an extra year. They should have taken.
So Demon Slayer,
yeah,
our
Demon
pick.
Slayer.
Yeah.
Coolest individual power. Let's kind of stay within the anime range.
That came out this year.
It's hard to look past Denji Chainsaw Man, right? For coolest individual
Sand
power.
Devastan's pretty cool.
Yeah, Sand
Cyberpunk.
Division. Yeah, I think it's Sand Division. You're
It's
right.
Sand Devastan.
Is it Sand Devastan?
Yeah, Sand Devastan.
I thought they called it Sand Division.
No, Sand Devastan.
Sand Devastan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would say Sand Devastan.
It's the device that
Cyberpunk.
that he uses in Cyberpunk. Does it have to be a new one that we see this year?
Yeah, let's see a new one that.
Because you could give it to One Piece again, technically.
Oh yeah, you could.
But I'm trying to think of any other ones.
Sorry, the lighting just changed, guys.
It's constantly changing, and that's like it is bright, but it's
like I said, we don't have good lighting yet, so we're using we're using sunlight.
So
why
do I have to turn the brightness down every like 5 seconds?
Yeah, no kidding.
But you could count Aaron's like founding Titan technically.
Yeah.
Anime only, right?
Anime only.
Only. Yeah, I can't think of anything else. I'm just gonna go with
I don't know. You're just absolutely being a superhuman.
go beast mode, going beast mode.
I will go with Sandevistan.
Oh, but we're talking about powers.
That's a power. I'll count that as a power. Come on.
No. But I was like talking about. I was thinking transformations, for some reason. Power. Anything on My Hero that's notable? That is new in the anime. That is notable.
My Hero.
Deku's float or
Deku's float, but they didn't. If they animated it with like a different color and not just nothing, you know. Like I remember when the manga came out, some really talented people recolor it, and they had like dark whip or black whip having like this really darkish kind of purple look, and then Float was like pink around him, and with Deku's green, and I was like, yes, that's what it should look like. But they just went, nah. They just went, nah, there's nothing on it. I was like, what are you talking about?
I'm surprised they didn't attempt to do anything, because we already have a character who floats and there's nothing that happens special with it.
Yeah, true. I'm just like, well, man, why couldn't you just add a visual cue?
Why do they let Uraraka throw up in rainbows, but they don't do anything with her power that is like sparkly?
That's what I'm saying. But also, like, every single user has a different color. So shouldn't that quirk be the color of that user? Like they built that up with the power going.
They would actually need
to. If we're talking bad
they would actually
My Hero,
need to try for that to happen. So we're not.
I'm so angry. My Hero is one of my favorite things ever. So like the fact that it wasn't like at its peak is very annoying. Best power. So we're going Sand
Devastation.
Yeah. Best power system of the year. Let's try.
Does
and
it have
stay
to be
in the
new?
Same room. No, it can be just something we've seen this year from manga or anime. For me, it's Jujutsu Kaisen, but I know that you're gonna have an argument with that.
That's a hard no. That's a hard pass on that one, buddy.
Jujutsu Kaisen, I think, is one of the best power systems for me. It doesn't have to be released this year then, or does a season have to? It has to have released an episode or released a chapter this year.
Chainsaw Man's pretty cool. Demon Slayers technically don't have one, but they have breathing techniques.
I would say breathing techniques is a power system.
It is, but I don't know why the manga decides to say
Hunter x Hunter returned, right?
Yeah, that would easily win, but that'd be too easy. I don't want to count that.
Okay. Let's try and stay in anime. Let's not even look at manga. Let's just say we got My Hero. We got
Chainsaw Man.
We got Attack on Titan.
We got Mob Psycho.
Yeah. I would say if we have to choose My Hero out of those four. Yeah.
No, I'd rather go with Chainsaw Man.
Chainsaw Man, right.
Chainsaw Man's really has a lot of... We explained
why... The power of soccer in Blue Lock.
Yeah, right? Messi got that.
Yeah.
I'd probably go with Chainsaw Man.
It's
pretty unique. And
you were trying to argue with me that wasn't a power system a couple months back, and I was like, I promise you it's a power system.
Well, I was arguing, are we really, we're stretching, because my idea of, a power system is, it's very...
niche,
yeah. Because these things, because it's not their power, it's a contract, and it's very specific and it's very different. It's not the same like My Heroes. My Hero is a clear power system, quirks.
Yeah,
you got them or you don't, and there's rules to them technically.
Sure.
And then with devils, it's no, but there's fiends, and then there's devils, and then you have very specific cases like Denji, who is has the heart of a devil, but he's a human. He can transform, but not all devils.
I just think that makes it a more interesting power system. That you have stipulations.
I wonder if anyone's asked Fujimoto if you would call it a power system, or what would
Fujimoto would just be like, no, it's not. I'm a Fujimoto. He's
your
a madman.
Fujimoto's on crack, and mine's like a normal guy.
No, my Fujimoto is crazy. Have you seen the video of him trying to levitate? Come on, man.
I don't know. I do that every day every Sunday.
Okay, well, let's move on.
Yeah,
Edgar, these are the music awards. So we're getting a little bit more in tune with what Crunchyroll kind of gives out.
So in terms of opening soundtracks, what?
So we're going into the category of music awards, but the first award is best opening, which...
okay, I see what you mean.
Which it's Mob Psycho.
Dude, I think I love that opening more than I love season 3.
Season 2? Because we're in season 3.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. I like...
better than the entirety of season 3. Okay, yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah, I mean, I like season 3, but I think I just like the opening more than it's the...
I think it's hard to compare.
Do you know what I mean? You like the opening more than you like the show, if that makes any sense.
Sure.
People
I just think it's it's a fitting opening for just a banger of a season.
Yeah.
I'd never skipped it once.
But I like season 2 better, but I still feel like the opening's better than I get you. But season, without a doubt, I don't know why people have this argument.
People are like, oh, season 1 is the best. I'm like, what are you talking about? It's not even the best out of it's not even it's the worst out of all the mob openings.
But it's still good in a sense that if you have to rank them.
But it's still good, right? But it's
grabs the camera. Yeah, look, listen.
Yeah, but it's still good. But it's season 3 is just goated, man. When they start chanting the
let's do shout outs then.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Demon Slayer's season 2 opening is so good.
It's so good. It would win. It would win any other year.
It would have been an easy dub.
Both the Spy Family openings are pretty good.
Yeah.
I bopped to those.
Chainsaw Man's pretty cool. It grew on me.
Chainsaw Man's definitely grew on me.
I still expected more, but that bass slaps.
Oh yeah,
literally, because like the first thing you hear in the opening.
Oh yeah. The opening for
Love is War is really good.
Yeah.
Call of the Night, really good.
The opening for Cyberpunk was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was more. Yeah, it was a bit more chill, and it's like different from a regular opening.
It was a little bit more artistic.
How was Ranking of Kings opening? Second opening.
Oh, that's a banger. The second opening is a banger.
Yeah.
I
know
really
Uberworld did an opening for one of them. I think the first one.
The One Piece opening right now is pretty good too. Mugen Dai.
I think I've heard that.
Yeah.
But
I love that opening.
I don't know what Bleaches sound like. I think I heard it one time, but I can't be too sure. I just get Mob Psycho.
Mob Psycho. Yeah. Best ending. I'm gonna give it to. There's so many to choose from Chainsaw Man, but
they're cheating with that one.
They're cheating with it.
Yeah.
I would give it with the first ending of Spy Family.
Dude, that bass kicks up every time.
Ooh, oh, it's so good, man. It's so
but
good.
there's also Attack on Titan second ending as well. With Eren.
That was okay.
I
liked it
really
visually,
good.
But in terms of like what am I gonna put on in my car, that first ending and the second ending for Spy Family just nailed it with the songs, Mob Psycho's ending was good, but it wasn't.
Call the Nights again. The opening and ending are sung by the same band, and they're both really good. Like they're both.
For who?
Call the Night.
Oh, okay.
Call the Night, both bangers, and they're really good and they're underrated. I think it's like my number one underrated series of the year in terms of like people need to watch it. Like,
so what do you think? I'd go with the ending one of Spy Family.
Yeah. That's an easy one. I wish I could remember what Love Is War's ending for the third season sounds like, but I forgot.
The next one is and Edgar, you're gonna have to take this one. I know what I would choose, but you are so much more interested in this stuff than me. Best overall score for an anime.
I'm gonna say I'm disappointed in the Chainsaw Man score. I expected. You can't tell me. I bet no one.
I genuinely hate it.
I
think it's awful.
I don't think it's bad, but I guarantee no one knows a single score song from it. Like
it's just random noises.
Like it's opinion. The best score is not even the score; it's the ending. It's when they play "Devil and the name of Devil." They play her doing a fight like 3 times, and I like that, but it's not the score.
The My Hero score is pretty good.
Pretty good.
Like when he does the float, and the piano plays.
I give Demon Slayer's soundtrack a lot of slack for sounding too much like every other score that what's his face does.
But it's so good.
But he does a lot of callbacks. I don't know if you noticed this. He does a lot of callbacks to the first season, especially the original themes to to Shigaraki's Villain League. Score like dun, 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 dun. We haven't heard that at all. Like,
you're talking about My Heroes, not Demon Slayer.
My Heroes, yeah. My Heroes. Demon Slayer's is good.
My choice would actually be Demon Slayer or My Hero. But that's because like, man, the fight with the fight at the end of the season, like the theme, I can literally listen to it and picture the entire fight in my head.
You were like. You were showing me it, and I like no specific themes. And you probably do too, but like throughout the final fight, like almost all the melodies from each of the characters are played over each other, and it's really good.
Oh yeah, the like when Zenitsu does this thing, and you hear the boom boom,
and you could hear the Hinokage, whatever.
Yeah, Kima no Kage no Kageru. Yeah,
something, whatever. Like
Kima no Kage no Kageru.
Something. Tanjiro's like special move attack.
Yeah, his fire move.
Kage something sun, whatever it means. I'm butchering the name, but his theme plays over that, and then you have a Tengen's theme. It's all great. Yeah. I wish I could say nothing's really blown me away. Attack on Titan soundtrack. It's pretty good, but they
kind of just reused tracks for this season.
Yeah, they made new tracks in the first part, and then like The only one I can think of that was really good was when Zeke was talking with his father.
Yeah.
That was like the only one where it was like really good.
I liked I liked the My Hero one just because like I would say the Shigaraki theme is really good, and I really liked the difference of like at least it showed a little bit of difference in the soundtrack when he used float. Like it felt like he discovered a new power with like the piano and stuff.
Yeah.
Even though the animation didn't show it. And if you didn't have the little like font there saying, "Oh, he's using float," like you can't show it to us. Anyway,
I would like to
I'm
talk
angry.
about
I'm
my
angry.
favorite anime scores, and I would like to, and I would like for you to listen to a few of them, or at least pay attention. I mean, you pay attention, but you know what I mean. I like to point out some stuff really good, but I'll just give
My
it to
Hero's
Demon.
making me sad.
I like to give it to Demon Slayer. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of good ones, but there's none that stick out to me. I expect a lot.
I'll go
more
with
from-
Demon Slayer too.
I expect a lot more from Chainsaw Man. I'll just say that.
Yeah, definitely. Best anime movie theme. I
don't listen to a lot of the themes.
got 3 good. I can bring them up real quick. The microphones aren't going to pick them up. I have 3 for you that I think will.
I think I know what Quintessential Quintuplets sound like, but I didn't really. It didn't stuck out to me. That was like the only. I like the openings from the seasons of the. I have no idea what Dragon Balls sounded like.
Oh, that's one of the 3 that I have here. So let me pull it up for you real quick.
And what else did we see? But Belle is like a musical, so there's like a bunch of songs in there. I don't know if it has an official theme song. God, that score is really good, and the songs in that movie are really good.
Best theme, by the way. So it like
that's what I'm
it's
saying.
Yeah,
it's like theme as in it has to be a song, not the score itself, right?
Yeah. So this is the theme for.
Oh yeah, that wins. That wins.
You think so?
I haven't seen the One Piece film, but that one's easily the best main theme for a movie.
The Adieu New Genesis.
I don't really. I like Jujutsu Kaisen 0, but I don't remember. I don't know the song.
I can pull it up for you. That's my pick for the win.
I don't know that one. But one I listen to.
It's this one. Oh, it's
when does that play? Is it when he dresses up?
Yeah.
And all that. It's good.
Oh man, it's such a banger. I love it.
I think I like the score from that film. Would you count the score from that one? I think I would pick Jujutsu Kaisen score.
Okay, let's change that to Jujutsu 0.
The first,
I agree with you.
I don't like a lot of the songs.
Because when he's getting dressed, I know what you're talking about. Your greatest strength of fighting one.
Yeah, that's
back. Yeah, that.
But I meant the soundtrack for the score for that
the
film
movie.
for the movie was really good.
Like when he punches Ghetto.
I remember that like the beep
like,
beep beep
and
beep.
we both went.
Like,
we were both. We were like the second Manga Monday show was our review of the that was the
that was like my favorite moment of the film.
We were like, oh, and the animation was like made it look like the fist. Ah, God.
Yeah, a lot of good things are done in that score.
Yeah.
So I would, if not the winner, I would tie that between Demon Slayers. But in song, if we're gonna go with theme for a film, even though I haven't watched the movie because I'm not caught up with the manga, One Piece. What's the singer's name? She did.
Uta.
Yeah.
It literally.
The actual singer.
I don't know.
I know you.
I know she's a
It starts with EIR or something.
She's a 19-year-old phenomenon. I know now.
Yeah.
This is the theme for Superhero, by the way.
That's the main theme. That's not the song.
This is the main theme, is what I mean.
Skip ahead. Does that have lyrics?
No.
So we're talking about themes. It could be in score then. We're talking about then, right? Not just songs.
Yeah, this is the main theme.
Okay, yeah.
It was a really good superhero theme.
Okay, so we're also talking about themes in films.
Like the main theme. Like that song is the main theme, and that opening
so it could
song
be
is
score
the main theme.
or song, lyrical song.
Like the main theme for Suzumi no Toshimaru is that do.
By the way, when we're talking about films, God, would you even include any of the ones that came out because they're not out in the States yet?
No, we haven't seen it yet.
None of them are out yet.
No,
so.
we can't give them. No.
Okay, yeah. Good, because I wish I could, but we can't because we haven't seen it.
Yeah, if we ever live in Japan, yes, but we can't right now. But yeah.
Yeah.
I'd
go with One Piece.
I'd go with One Piece too.
Yeah.
I think what I listen to.
Because there's two other ones that are really good from that film.
Yeah. What I listen to the most is the Jujutsu 0, but
I don't know which is the official song theme for Belle is. I highly recommend to watch Belle and listen to that. it might be a contender for best animated film in the Oscars. I really like the film. I really like it a lot.
Belle?
Yeah, Belle.
Is
Check it
that
out.
the
It's by the same guy. I don't think you've seen any of his films. He did. I don't know. It's hard to. I don't know his name. He did Mid-Eye, and he did Girl Who Left Her Time and Wolf Children. You probably don't know haven't seen any of them.
Yeah.
He's not like the other Ghibli. He's just another film. There's like the only three names I know in anime film is Makoto Shinkai, Miyazaki, and the third guy is whatever. He's like the other pivotal film director.
All right.
But Belle, go check it out. Yeah.
Let's move on to our individual/group awards.
What does that mean? You mean a team in terms of anime groups?
Yeah, like a team. So, or like a group of people. But these are for individuals right now.
Okay.
Best voiceover performance for a sub.
Aaron's.
Dude,
he broke his voice.
I'm going to say
Yuji's voice.
I'm going to say let's try and look at the overall year that they had, not just an individual performance, right?
All of it, bro. Like
you think
all
so?
of it. Yeah, dude. All of season 4. Yuji's acting is like on another level, and it might sound like an overestimation and like just glossing over everyone else's.
For Aaron's,
and it's not just because he's yelling. It's just like everything. He is giving it his all.
Yeah.
That is like he is like giving his Leonardo DiCaprio performance with that role.
Throw some other names out there. I would say
Tanjiro's voice actor
voice actor was really good.
Doing a really good job.
I would say Kenjiro.
Kenjiro
the demon.
Suda. The demon from Demon Slayer?
No. This is a different voice actor. I'm gonna throw out Kenjiro Suda.
From where?
He's the voice actor for Nanami, but he was just in
what role?
He was in everything this year.
I know, but like, which one stood out to you the most? I'm wondering.
He was great as Ripper Doc in Cyberpunk.
I only watched the dub for that one, so I can't say for sure.
Yeah, he was.
I only watched the dub for that one.
He's great as Kishibe in Chainsaw Man. He played one of the main villains in One Piece film Red. I just was watching things this year, and I was like, he's in everything. And so, I don't know, just for me, like, looking at him, I was just like, man, it's hard to look past the year that this guy had. But I agree with you. Now thinking back on it, I don't think we should give the award to him just because he broke his voice.
Right? No, but overall,
I think
he still did a...
Yeah, because I don't think we should be, like, going like, oh, he like, passed out in the VO booth, what an awesome guy. Yeah. That's bad. Like, we should be like, no, don't do that.
No award for you.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
Like, if you pass out in the VO booth without telling anybody, guys, I'm going to pass out, don't do that. That age of acting is over. Don't do that. Yeah. But I agree
his
with
overall,
you. Who's the VO? I would say it's between...
Yuji, I don't know his last name. I just know his first name.
I would say it's either between him and Tanjiro. Because when Tanjiro's like guttural screams...
What's the demon, the main demon in that? It starts with a G, right?
Oh, yeah.
That guy. Yeah. He's not like Sans.
The guy where he's like, or
something like that. Whatever.
Yeah.
He was really good because he just had like a really cool voice. I really liked him a lot. But I'm gonna give it to Yuji voicing as Eren Yeager from Attack on Titan.
Yeah, I agree with you. Best VO performance dub. I think I have a winner for this one.
Can I guess? I'm pretty sure you're either going to pick Reagan. I would. Yeah, I think it'd be Reagan for you, right?
No.
Oh,
I'm going to go with actually his co-star. I'm going to go with Jason Liebrecht.
As Mob.
For 3 reasons.
Hot take coming in.
Hot take
he replaced Kyle from Mob in Mob Season 3. So.
And it's not just because of that. I was looking into him a couple of days ago. I actually had a conversation about how great he was with the dub director for Mob, and the fact, not just the work that he had to do to come in and basically change his voice to become like Kyle's, similar to Kyle's. He did such a good job that it didn't distract me, like, as a whole. Like, and I think that's the best work that you can do, especially for somebody who's been a big fan. But just the year that he had, man, was just amazing. I mean, he was Zeke in Attack on Titan. He had that brilliant episode with Eren, which was a really, really good dubbing episode.
Yeah. I like to throw in, I know this is going to be like a laughable response, but I'm being serious. I think Bryce Papenbrook's voice acting as Eren has grown over the...
Yes.
I never really watched... Bryce Papenbrook is my favorite voice actor, and even then, I didn't really listen to the entire dub seasons as it came out. I just stuck with sub, but I would listen to a few clips. But I think his best performance as Eren was in part 2 of season 4. And I don't think he's my pick, but I'd like to throw him in there for consideration because he did really, really good as Eren. But
also, Jason, I'm not even done. Jason, I just watched the episode.
No, you're done.
I just watched the episode of Dobby's Dance, and he's brilliant in that as well.
Yeah.
So he had the episode of To You 2,000 years from now. He had Dobby's Dance, and he took up the role of Mob. It's really hard to look past him. Like, man,
so
what
we're counting,
year
but we
can't.
Had. But we can't count. Like, we gotta pick one performance. We can't like include like overall, like who's doing the most.
Then I'll say his Dobby Dance.
Okay.
Yeah.
I really liked. I know you don't like him at all, but I really liked Zach Aguilar.
Oh, Zach Aguilar. I love Zach Aguilar as David.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, he was brilliant as David.
He was
I'm not like.
I agree with you.
I think Zach is a brilliant voice actor.
I
just don't like his Tanjiro.
Yeah, and while I do feel like we always argue with it, and I always feel like you hate on it too much. I do agree. I don't like him as Tanjiro at all.
I don't even like Bryce Papenbrook as Inosuke. I don't like the big three.
I think
he's voice actors.
Honestly, funnily enough, he's my favorite voice actor, but he's my least favorite of the trio that dubbed in that anime.
I agree with you.
I don't like his voice that much. But
I watched Demon Slayer dub, and I just don't think any of the voices fit.
But Zach Aguilar, my favorite performance in that entire dub in anime was from him. Yeah. Maybe not favorite. I really like hearing Giancarlo Esposito.
I was about to bring that up. Can we just give it to Giancarlo? No, that would be mean. We should give it to dub specific.
Yeah,
actors.
Dude. He does such a great. He fits perfectly into that role, and I just love hearing him every time he speaks in that.
Sure.
I can't think of. As much as I love the dub for Love Is War, I don't think I listened to the entire dub of that series. But Clifford Chaplin did a good job as filling in for what's his face?
Aaron Dismuke.
Yeah, Aaron Dismuke. He filled in for him. I don't know what else I listened to dubbed this year.
I'm gonna put it out there. Like, I know that you want to focus on one thing, but I can't ignore all the amazing moments that
it's just that wouldn't be fair because we would have to go back to our other sub and figure out who did everyone else's.
That is true. But I feel like it's our awards. We can do whatever we want. So
yeah, ours, not yours. So let me try to mean
ours.
Yeah.
But I think that it's really hard to look past him, and he did a great job as Mob as well. I mean, if we're looking at Mob, the best performance in the Mob show, it's probably the Reagan voice actor. Yeah. I mean, that final episode, he did a great job. He just wasn't in it as much as Reagan normally is. That's why I think it's hard to give it to
I'll
him.
just stick to you in this one. I don't think I've watched as many dub as I did the previous year before. I watched a lot more subs. I've only been watching clips. I feel like I watch more subs than you. Do I? I don't know if I do. I don't know if you...
I watch a lot of subs. I think for the smaller stuff, you watch a lot more dubs. No, for the smaller stuff, I watch a lot more dubs because those are the dubs that my friends are working on.
Yeah.
But I think for the bigger stuff, I watch more subs than you do.
Yeah, I just wish I could. I've seen every show that Ben's mentioned, and I just don't really. It kind of went past me when it came to Justin.
Justin Leibrick or something, yeah.
Justin, it's not Justin, is it?
Jason.
Sorry.
Justin.
Jason Leibrick's performance. Dobby stuck with me.
The sub for Dobby did a great job in Dobby's Dance as well.
Yeah, that's Tanjiro. That's Zenith's voice actor in the sub.
Oh,
for Demon Slayer.
Let's just give it to him. No, just kidding.
Yeah, no, right? No, I'll just go with you on that one for Jason Leibrick.
Great.
Way to go,
I think
buddy.
it's great. Yeah,
But
good
David,
job.
you're my boy. I mean, Zach Aguilar, you're my boy.
Yeah, Zach Aguilar's great, dude.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear any Zach Aguilar slander. He's awesome. Best mangaka. It's gonna be hard not to give
If
it.
they release, does it have to? They release a chapter this year, then they count, right?
Yeah. I think we can't give it to Tagashi because he's just done a few chapters.
Yeah.
I think it has to be somebody weekly.
I don't even. Yeah. I don't,
It's hard to look. I don't want to give it to Oda because that's like he wins it every year. You know, I want to give it to somebody who is working.
I haven't been that frequent with recent chapters. So I'm not caught up to Jujutsu Kaisen or Oda or Black Clover, or
Gege hits every week. By the way,
yeah, that's what I
he
hear.
does not miss. I would also say Fujimoto doesn't miss. Between me, it's Gege and Fujimoto.
Yeah.
I would go with.
Say what you will about part 2. I think
Yeah.
it's great.
I think it's brilliant.
I think it's great.
I just don't want. I still want Denji to be the main character, though. You know, which I'm a little bit worried.
Wait. One Punch Man, Murata. He did some of the best chapters this year. Like, and
Okay,
I
wait.
feel like it's kind of cheating.
Wait, don't, because we have an award like specifically for him.
Okay, then never mind.
Let's give it to Gege.
Yeah, let's give it to
Okay.
Gege. Good job. Good job.
Here we
buddy.
go, Edgar. Best mangaka and best illustrator and writer
Okay.
duo.
Yeah, it's kind of cheating, but like,
Well, I know of 3. There's the people who did Vigilantes.
yeah.
There's Dr. Stone's Boichi and the guy who writes it, and then there's One Punch. But I knew you were
Murata.
you were gonna give Murata the mangaka award, but technically he's not a mangaka because he doesn't write it. He only
Yeah.
draws it.
Okay.
But it's One Punch, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That is, I open that thing, I can't
Yep.
do this. It makes me not want to be a mangaka.
Yeah.
It makes, you know what I mean? Like, this,
That stuff makes me want to, and that stuff like I'm doing Berserk right now, and I'm like, cool. I guess I'm gonna do my style off of this. Like, it's
Oh, man.
amazing. Best animation studio.
Cloverworks.
Cloverworks. I
They've
agree with you.
they did a phenomenal job all around. And they did various shows. They did Spy Filming with Wit. They did My Dress Up Darling, and they did Boichi the Rock.
Yeah.
I think they take the cake in that.
Cloverworks. Yeah, I mean, if Bones did a phenomenal job with My Hero, it would be hard to look past him, but they didn't. So
If people would go to Mappa, but I don't think so.
nope, I don't think so. Nope, you're disqualified.
Out. Trigger
yeah.
with shout out to Trigger for Cyberpunk.
Yes.
For Cyberpunk Edge Runners.
Yes, agreed.
Phenomenal job.
Agreed.
Yeah.
If Ranking of Kings came out this year, it would be hard to look past a Wit studio.
Yeah, because Wit also did Spy
they all
Family
did
too
Spy Family,
with
yeah.
with Ranking King. So yeah,
Man, what a combo they are.
Yeah.
Cloverworks and Wit.
keep doing that stuff.
Yeah.
Yes, but I my pick is Cloverworks.
Yeah,
you know.
me too. Labor of Love Award, which is basically
Passion what
what
passion
fans,
projects.
Yeah, what would the fans? Labor of Love
What do
is
you mean?
like what fans had the best backing, and it can be like so the Labor of Love Award for the Steam is like which continuing series has gotten the most support from the fans, from the developers.
Well, we're asking the
you
wrong
know.
community because some of the most toxic communities ever is the anime manga community.
Right, but I
So
wanted
it
to
seems
talk
like-
about the wholesome parts of these communities, right?
We're gonna have to really try looking forward to them. So, but be specific again. I'm sorry. Labors of Love.
Labor of Love.
The most supportive fans.
Most supportive fans, most supportive, like, overall, like, what anime, manga just has a whole wholesome feel around it.
So you mean like the best connection between the fans and the people who make the anime?
I would argue
So give me an example. What for Game Awards? Like what won this year?
Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk won this year, but it shouldn't have. But the thing that should have won was Final Fantasy 14, was because the fans keep on supporting it and the developers keep on bringing out new content that's very good.
Then I guess that would have to be Mob Psycho.
You think so? Yeah, I agree.
Because
I
like
agree.
they really care about that show above all others, and
Yeah.
the fans just welcome it with open arms.
Yeah.
And they're like that or Ranking of Kings.
Yeah.
Even though I haven't seen it, I get the feeling that community is pretty like pretty well rounded and no toxicity in it.
Maybe we need to shout out the Berserk community too.
Yeah,
that
with the manga.
the mangakas.
It wasn't. We were
Yeah.
put in a really tough situation, and
the fact that his best friend took it up, and the fans have just been so open to like it returning and
Yeah.
it continuing, and have like I've only ever seen love for the Berserk story. You know.
I feel like you always have to search in situations like this. You have to search for like the underground, like not talked about series,
Yeah.
because if it's really popular, it had toxicity with it.
Yeah.
Chainsaw Man had toxicity. Bleach had toxicity with it. My Hero did. Even maybe Spy Family if you wanted to try, but I don't think so. That one a little bit not so much.
Bleach is a good shout, maybe, because
But
the amount
fans
of
were
support-
going
I know,
no.
I know,
Like
obviously.
I'm not involved with Bleach as much as I am with One Piece. But
Yeah.
like there's like stuff there that like I feel like I get the feeling that
Yeah.
there was some dirt and grime there.
So we going mob?
yeah,
Mob. Okay.
yeah.
Okay, this is the character awards, and we're only going to be focusing on new animes that came out this year.
Okay.
So no manga.
Aaron Yeager.
Yeah, best antagonist.
Antagonist.
Aaron Yeager.
Aaron Yeager for both of them.
I will point out Aaron for this one. I'll also point out the demon who
from Demon Slayer.
from Demon Slayer.
I forget his name. It started with a
always
G.
forget his name.
Gyo
And
something.
But my pick is probably Shigaraki. I think he's been like out of the best like.
Oh wait, so
villain for
as long
this
as
year.
it came out this year, then,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay.
I think it's Shigaraki. Like his moments have been the highlight of the season for me. Like when he crumbled the entire, like when he woke up and all that stuff. I think were the best episodes of the season. In my opinion.
I'm trying to think. Let me pull up a quick list of like.
And like when
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
when he pushed away and like his arm was like, and he was like, that hurt. Eric Vale also did a good job as Shigaraki,
I forgot about. I would have given him
Yeah.
that dub award for last year for
yeah.
My Villain Academia.
I just don't want to give I don't want to give Eric Vale anything because he's my favorite voice actor. So that would be like, my favoritism.
Yeah, and a lot of animes tend not to have villains, so
Yeah.
like half of them are only shonen technically.
Yeah.
Well, shonen in the sense.
Isaka in Quintessential Quintuplets.
She's not a villain in that. Not in this arc. She isn't.
Not in this arc.
Some
right,
people
right.
might think so, but no.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess I'm gonna have to go with
Shigaraki.
agree with Ben Shigaraki.
Yeah. Best pro tag. I was really impressed with Tanjiro this season. I think I was really impressed with Tanjiro.
Yeah, it depends on how we're doing this.
I mean, we could go with Armin, maybe.
He's not a protagonist, so he's a.
He is now. He's
Well,
the
and
protagonist
I-
now. Him and Mikasa are.
Yeah.
Him and Mikasa are the protags now.
Denji, where'd you put him on the scale? Like, how do you think
Denji-
he did? Like,
Denji.
obviously we read the manga,
Denji
but like,
reinvents the form, right?
yeah,
In terms of that stuff, but I just think he's overshadowed by all the other characters. I even think he himself is overshadowed by himself, by his Chainsaw Man transformation.
Yeah. I like to give a shout out to Love is War. Kaguya and Shirogane are like two great protagonists.
We
and-
can give it to him if you really think that they're like the best of the best.
But who are we,
I mean, we can also look at Luffy. I mean, Luffy is goated.
Yeah. But like in the anime, or do
Yeah.
you want to? Are we counting manga too? So like, what are we doing? here?
No, anime only.
Anime. So like, how would you with
Oh, Yuta.
Oh yeah, Yuta.
Yeah, Yuta.
I'm sorry. He is
It's
the
Yuta.
wow. What a character.
What
oh,
the
my
goat.
favorite. My favorite.
He's like the outline of a pro tag, perfectly made.
Yeah.
I don't think he fits Jujutsu Kaisen better than Itadori, but you put Yuta.
my
in
favorite
literally-
Jujutsu Kaisen character.
Yeah,
like
you literally put Yuta in any scenario in any other story, he fits perfectly. He's a
Yeah.
great pro tag.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Be-
goes in.
Best boy.
Tanjiro.
Tanjiro. Yeah.
Tanjiro's
I agree with
best. Wait. What about ranking of Kings?
Oh, Bochi? I mean, Bochi won it last year for Crunchyroll,
Yeah,
so
you're
let's
right.
just give it to Tanjiro.
Yeah.
Best girl.
Yor or Anya?
No. Who's the girl from My Dress Up Darling?
Mai? Is that her name? I think that's her name, Mai.
Really?
Yeah, but I mean, I felt like when you think of best girl and best boy, you think wholesome. And there's wholesome moments in it.
I'd give it to Anya then.
Anya,
Yeah.
probably Anya. Wait. There was another one that I'm forgetting. There's another one that was big. What's a big one, Ben? What's a big one that came out?
Mob, Spy Family. Oh, Power.
But I feel like people aren't responding to her.
I wanted to also wanted to give out a shout for the sub and dub performance of Power.
Let's not forget Lucy from Cyberpunk.
Oh right. I would give it to Lucy.
Or Lucy or Rebecca, either one of them.
I'll give it to Lucy.
Yeah,
I would say
Lucy or Anya are tied. Are tied. For
are
them.
tied. Yeah.
I feel like there's one I'm forgetting, and I'm gonna kill myself later for it.
Okay.
But let's just go with those.
You can comment it below.
My personal pick goes to what do you call it? Quintessential Quintuplets. What's her name?
Yotsuba.
Yeah, Yotsuba.
Okay.
She's my girl pick from that
Yotsuba,
series.
I think would be a good pick.
My best girl, but she's gonna be.
I mean, I did read all of the Quintessential Quintuplets.
She's overshadowed. No, I know, but she's like overshadowed. And I've read the manga, and I feel like if we're picking mangas that year, I read it, I would have chosen her.
Yeah, sure.
But
sure. So we're going with Anya.
Tied with Lucy.
Yeah. Wow, I cannot believe that we have not differed once.
Yeah. I feel like we'll get different in a bit.
Yeah,
I feel like there's one coming up.
There's one coming up that'll happen. Best written character.
Can't do Thorfinn.
Just overall, can't do Thorfinn. No, not yet. He's next year. I would say Lloyd is written pretty well.
Yeah, but he's not there yet where we're getting.
Who was the sound Hashira? He was written pretty well.
Tengen? Yeah.
Tengen was written pretty well.
But like I feel like
Endeavor is written pretty well.
Kaguya is like Love is War has a lot of characters that are written really well.
Yeah, throw out a Kaguya. Throw out a Love is War thing.
Either Shotogen, Ishigami, either one of those three. But I feel like, and this one you haven't read, and I just saw it. This one you haven't watched, but I just saw it. Bocchi, or whatever her name is, from Bocchi the Rock, really well written. Might come off as a really obvious one. Mm-hmm. She's just like kind of really antisocial, very shy, a nervous wreck. But I completely get her, and like the entire thing is like revolves around music and wanting.
Did a new anime come out from Cloverworks this year?
Yeah, that's the one that's by Bocchi the Rock, and
then let's give it to her if you really think, because I don't have a standout like they're the best written character. I mean, it would be a little bit boring going into Eren right now.
Yeah.
I think he also gets knocked down a couple of pints because we know the ending. But yeah,
still overall.
Overall.
But I just gonna give it to Bocchi. Yeah. I wish I had a list and and I wish I over analyzed it. Like
it's fine. Like this is just like a discussion.
Next year we'll be like this. I watched I know what episode this happened and I'll be able to back it up with facts. But you know what I mean.
Of course. All right. We have the principal awards. These are the ones that really matter. Best original anime. It's Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
It's Cyberpunk.
Shout out to Lycrasus Recoil. And shout out to Lycrasus Recoil. Really like that one, but it's Cyberpunk. Hands down.
This one might be different. We might be differing on this one. Best anime movie of the year. So what did we see this year? We saw Superhero. We saw Quintessential Quintuplets. I saw One Piece Film Red.
I saw Bell.
You saw Bell, and in my pick, Jujutsu Zero.
Yeah, I think it's Jujutsu Kaisen.
That might be my favorite anime movie of all time. I can watch it over and over and over again.
Your Name's my favorite anime movie of all time.
Your Name's great. Come on. I mean, we know Your Name's great.
But that was a duo of I can never write something that good ever in my life, and it wanted me to write something close
that
to that
good. Yeah.
Yeah, but Your Name, we're not talking about Your Name.
Yeah.
Jujutsu Kaisen, I had a great time. Even though I only saw one time, I saw
it 4. I was mad about it.
When I really like something, I watch it multiple times, and even with anime films. But for some reason, I only watched it one time, and I really like it.
Yeah. Superhero does have a shout for me, but I didn't. Normally, when a Dragon Ball movie is really good, I go to see it 4 or 5 times. Like I saw Broly and A Battle of Gods 4 or 5 times, but this one I only saw once. I don't know why. I just
Same with
didn't,
Quintessential Quintuplets, but that had a very limited screen.
Oh yeah,
so
we did see Quintessential Quintuplets.
Even if I wanted to watch it again, I probably wanted to
Yeah.
watch it like 2 weeks afterwards, but it wasn't shown anymore.
Yeah.
So what are you
And
gonna
it
do?
was a great movie. It was a good conclusion.
And Belle, I recommend Belle. I recommend Belle.
Okay.
I feel like it's overhyped in a way when people talk about it, but still it's really good.
I think this one we're gonna differ. I think this might be the only one that we differ on. Anime of the year.
Is this the last one?
No, this is the second to last one.
What's the last one then?
The Manga Monday Award show.
What does that
mean? The Manga Monday Award.
A manga.
The best weekly/monthly manga of the year.
Then
do you want to do that one first and then anime?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
That's a bigger.
Yeah. Weekly/monthly manga of the year. Not very many.
I wish I was caught up with Black Clover to have a say in this. I heard Black Clover was doing.
I heard Black Clover's popping off.
Great things.
It's definitely not my hero.
I don't have a horse in this race. I've read more series that I'm catching up to rather than ones that I feel like I didn't read that many current weekly. I feel like that's more
I read
a
lot. That is me, and I eventually want to get to a point.
So I'll just give this one. I'll give this one to you. So.
There's definitely to a point where I want to start streaming, and then so that we can all catch up together.
Yeah.
But
I was.
Go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. I was reading Love Is War when it was coming out this year. So
you should throw a stake into One Punch. Talk
you're right.
One Punch.
One Punch. But I feel like it's like not the same because you like you said they're like not he's not a mangaka and one is writing it and I would give it to one. It's like a duo. They were doing two things together and it feels kind of unfair when you're doing it with these guys who are just doing it themselves. True. Again, they have assistants, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So like it's hard to say. So I'm gonna go with whatever you say.
Sure.
This.
Well, there are a couple of choices, right? Chainsaw Man, which has made me giggle and laugh for the past couple of weeks, and was really, really good this last.
Oh, Chainsaw Man. Okay,
yeah,
I was like,
really good this last week.
Okay, yeah.
Very, very good.
Underrated and overhated.
Underrated, overhated part 2. I don't think it was the best manga of the year though. There were a couple of down chapters that I didn't really care about. Its return was great, but it hasn't reached what Chainsaw Man is yet. Jujutsu Kaisen is a good shout. It's a brilliant shout, actually. And it's really, really, really good. Every single week it hits. And it kind of twists and turns the story in a way that I never really thought about it. The power system gets confusing. You got to read it 3 or 4 times. But I think it is great. Some new manga that came out, Dan to Dan, I know is brilliant. I'm only on volume 1 of that.
Yeah.
Spy Family has been really good weekly. Not much has happened in the past couple of weeks though.
It also has to be available in English. So there's like 1 or 2 series that I feel like are doing really good, but just aren't available in the U.S. yet.
Yeah, definitely.
So, but I feel like you're probably gonna go with One Piece, right? I feel like I keep hearing
you know where I was going.
Yeah, I feel like I keep hearing that One Piece is at its best right now, or at least from the start of this year, is like the best One Piece has ever been, probably. Well, I don't mean to say. I mean that's what I've heard. So I don't know if you agree with that.
Yeah, I do think Wano was the best One Piece arc, and anybody who says otherwise, I genuinely think that you just have nostalgia. This is coming from somebody who's read all of it.
This is interesting because I won't have nostalgia because
Yeah.
I'm reading it right now. So I'll probably catch up. Man, do you think I'll catch up by the end of next year?
Yeah, you'll be done by the end of next year. I think you'll be done by the middle of summer if you continue to read.
That I don't. Yeah, this
end of summer, middle of summer.
Yeah, we'll see.
Which is sad because then our content dies. No, I'm just kidding.
Yes, I'm done.
No, that'll be
Woo!
That'll be when I pick up.
Glad to get out over with.
Yeah. No kidding. But it's One Piece. One Piece is, there's never been a manga that you read weekly and you're just like, how did he do it again? He's done it again.
This is
can't
the best,
keep getting away with the
best thing since sliced bread, even.
Yeah, even so, yeah. Like this was genuinely like when I first read My Hero, I was like, oh yeah, this is the greatest thing ever. But now I'm reading One Piece and I'm like,
yeah, I don't know what he was on when he was saying that. Even when I was
but that was my first ever manga, right?
Yeah,
so like it always holds a special place in my heart. And I was reading during the Shie Saikai arc, and that's arguably the best My Hero arc, other than the the war arc.
Yeah, there was a time when I was binging My Hero like I was binging like a drug or something like that.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
God, it was amazing.
Yeah.
And I mean, when it was coming out in 2020, chef's kiss.
Yeah.
We were talking about it every week. It was brilliant. But not anymore. But One Piece is not that it's like atrociously bad, but it's
not the same.
It's worrying.
It doesn't hit different.
It's worrying, and I think it has to do with Horikoshi's health. We wish him the best, but I think he's trying to rush through the series, and that's really sad.
Yeah.
But I think that it is
One Piece.
I think that it is One Piece every single week, man. I just come back and I'm like, he's done it again. He's done it again.
He can't keep getting away with this.
Oda, he's done it again. Yeah, he's brilliant, man. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I don't believe it.
I can't believe it's not. I was trying to make a pun, like
know.
butter, but
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah, I get you.
You know what I mean.
Yeah, I get you.
All right, now this is the one where I feel like we'll disagree because I feel like
Anime of the Year award.
yeah. So let me pull out my list and work out my top 10 because
Okay,
this
go
is the
ahead.
one I actually made a list on. So
Okay.
you'll be shocked. Some of them are pretty obvious. Some of them are not. Before I do this, quick shout out to my dress up darling. I got bumped off the list after watching a recent anime, but here we go. Number 10, Lycus Recall. This is
Oh, you have a countdown.
yeah. This is
Okay, go ahead.
quick. I'm not gonna talk through it, but we'll talk about like
ahead.
top 3 maybe. There's like number 10 for me, Lycus Recoil. Number 9, Spy Family. Number 8, Call of the Night. Number 7, Chainsaw Man. What? Number 6.
You crazy?
No, yeah. Here we go. Here we go. This is my pick. This is my opinion right here. We're about to work the logistics in a second.
Okay.
This is how I felt. I like threw logic out the window. I put some logic in, but you know what I mean. Number 6, Mob Psycho season 3. Number 5, Attack on Titan season 4 part 2.
Oh, you're telling me you think Attack on
Number-
Titan Part 4 season 2 is better than Mob and Chainsaw Man?
In terms of like, that one is the most one that I feel like we'll disagree on because of how I felt on it.
Okay.
I think it's written and directed.
I guess it's
and-
also you watched it for the first time. Like that was you watched that like initially without reading it. Like so that was my second bite of the apple at that. So I knew
Yeah.
all that was going to happen. So I went, "Oh." And you were
Yeah.
probably like, "Oh," you know.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And I still feel like Mob Psycho. I feel like I gave it a 8 out of 10
Yeah.
on my anime list, but it's written like a 10. It's written like a 10, but I don't click with it that much.
Sure.
Yeah. Number 5, Attack on Titan season 4 part 2.
What could possibly be in these top 4 spots?
Number 4, Love is War season 3.
Okay.
Demon Slayer, number 3, and
Okay.
I'm having a tough tie between a recent one and one that's obvious. Cyberpunk could be number 1, but Bocchi the Rock came out of nowhere.
Okay.
Bocchi the Rock came out
not
of
bad.
nowhere and completely changed the game for me in
Sure.
terms of what the best anime of the year is. And it's just between those two.
Sure. I see what you mean.
Here
we
comes the
might
argument.
we might just put it up in a poll about
Oh
this,
my
but
god, are you gonna argue
but-
from Mob Psycho season 3?
I think it is Mob Psycho season 3. I think it's the best.
And this
anime
is where
that's
the end
come
of the
out
video
this-
because I completely disagree.
I think it's the best anime that came out this year, and
I feel like
I don't think it's. I think when you're talking about the accumulation of a story, where the story is, you could give it to Chainsaw Man. You could give it to all this stuff, but they're just starting out. Like they just started. It's like Mob Psycho is at the end of its story, and it nailed the landing.
So what are your top 2? What's your 3 and 2 then?
I'd probably go Mob Psycho number 1. I hadn't thought about this as hard as you because I just knew it was. I knew it was either between Mob Psycho or Chainsaw Man.
Yeah.
So it's Mob Psycho, Chainsaw Man number 2, and then number 3 is probably Cyberpunk. I really enjoyed Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
The thing with that Cyberpunk that did not get me was that it was too short. Like like I felt that connection with
In
the
the sense
characters.
we wanted more, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Not like it
like,
was
you know.
rushed. One could argue it was rushed, but you know what I mean?
You could argue about that. Like sometimes in the story things happen and it's just like you're just like, oh, this is to further the plot, and that's fine. But the ending was brilliant. The entire story was brilliant. The fact that it was brilliant to begin with is brilliant.
We'll put a poll
You know,
to settle
We'll
this
put a
one.
poll, yeah.
But what do you think should be in the poll then? Are there only 4 options on YouTube?
Well, Chainsaw Man's gonna win if we put it in the poll.
So let's not put it in there.
Take that out.
No Chainsaw Man for you.
Take that out.
Mob Psycho,
Mob Psycho,
Bocchi the Rock, Cyberpunk, and what should be in the 4th one? I feel like Love is War really should be in there.
Love is War, yeah. I think
or Attack on Titan.
I think we can add five.
Attack on Titan is.
I wouldn't give Attack on Titan this year.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I love it, and I think it's great, and I think it had one of the best episodes. But in terms of Attack on Titan,
and you want to put Demon Slayer?
I think it's one of the. I would put Demon Slayer above it. I think Attack on Titan had one of its weakest stints this season, but
I don't think the weakest stint happens until like what we're getting next.
No, you are right, but I still think, I don't know. As soon as Eren stops being in the main focal point, I've always thought Attack on Titan got worse. That's just my opinion.
Okay.
And I think a majority of this part was Eren. Like when Eren was there. Oh my God, amazing! But
that's what I'm saying. Those episodes just bring it up for me. It puts it on the list.
But if you're talking about overall, like it's just like Chainsaw Man hits every week. Mob Psycho. The reason why I was struggling with Chainsaw Man or Mob was because Chainsaw Man is like every week it's going.
Then I guess.
And then Mob had that one stint with the aliens that I didn't necessarily, it just wasn't for me.
I'll go then. Let's put Demon Slayer in there.
Okay.
For that poll. His pick is Mob. My pick is
Bocchi the Rock.
Bocchi the Rock.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm just gonna cement it in there.
That's fair.
So
I've heard great things about Bocchi the Rock. Like,
so on the poll, we'll put for you guys to decide. I don't know if we'll make it the final decision, or maybe we just see what the results will be, and you'll find out.
Yeah.
Go vote on there, and I'll put on Spotify too.
Sure.
It'll be available on Spotify. You can put polls on there. We'll put Mob Psycho, Bocchi the Rock,
mm-hmm.
Demon Slayer, and Love is War.
Love is War. We can have a 5th one.
I can't put it.
Should we just put Chainsaw Man on there? But we know it's gonna win.
No, it's like putting One Piece. It's like putting One Piece in best weekly chapter, and I feel like when people do that, they're like lying.
Spy Family.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No. It's good. It's on my top 10 for a reason.
Arguably, like had the best like first episode. That first episode banged. Like it was really good.
Yeah.
I do think
Love is War, when you watch it, I feel like you'll agree with me. In being on the 5.
The top 10, yeah.
Yeah, but go ahead, put Chainsaw Man. We'll just see what the damage has done, and we'll probably exclude it anyway from the votes. Like we'll probably.
Yeah. So we're going, but I mean, like I'm just in a toss up between Mob and Chainsaw Man. I think Mob is just like, it's the only thing this year that made me like tear up. Like Cyberpunk Edgerunners was sad, but the issue with Cyberpunk Edgerunners was that it was too short. I didn't feel like I had that personal connection with the characters yet. Maybe if they added 5 more episodes, we'd be talking.
Skill issue.
Really? Skill issue? Yeah, from the developers. He hates Studio Trigger.
No, I don't. I actually really like it.
I'm messing with you. But yeah. I why do you think Bocchi the Rock? Why don't you talk to us a little bit about that? Why?
I feel like we should talk about it when you watch it.
When I watch it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of like it's.
And we've talked about why I loved Mob last week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But this, I feel I would love to have conversation. We haven't even talked our full review on Chainsaw Man. Yeah. We'll do it with My Hero when that finishes. We'll do it with Blue Lock. We'll do it with Spy Family next, because that's the one's over.
Blue Lock wasn't on your top 10?
No.
Okay.
I like them. I feel like
you don't think it's gotten to the good parts yet?
Yeah. I haven't, honestly, I'm gonna be honest. I don't even think I should have been on the list because I haven't even finished it.
Ah, man.
So I haven't. That's like the only. I think that's like the only fall release other than Spy Family that I haven't finished 100%. But Blue Lock, the manga really hit it for me, and I feel like the anime is just slipping up a little bit. But kind of we'll see. That's a hot take. I haven't finished it all, so who knows? Who's to say?
Yeah. My Hero has been omitted. If it was, if it was brought to its full potential of animation. I mean, the soundtrack is there, the voice acting is there from dub and sub. If it just was brought in the focal point of its animation quality, it's an easy winner for me. Easy. But because the story is at the biggest climax of all these stories that have come out, right? The issue is that the story is told in this generic blue background where you look around and you're like, what is this?
I mean, that's the manga.
Where
like,
even are
have
we?
to...
The manga isn't like but the manga doesn't have that issue. The manga has so many individual shadows and screen tones
So you can,
that
yeah, I
the
guess.
anime had to do something different.
Yeah.
And they did do something different when Endeavor like went fire and then like the background turned red and stuff.
Yeah.
But they just didn't do it. They just were like, yeah, blue
Yeah.
background, boring.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
I guess
anyway.
we'll get to that whenever we'll get our full review on the season
Sheesh,
6.
man.
So you'll get that in a bit.
Who knows? Maybe I mean we can count. Who knows? Maybe because this next stint, I know I've said that Shigaraki like putting the cape on is my favorite moment. I actually think my favorite moment is coming up from the manga.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see. And I feel like it might solidify once I finish Spy Family /
Yeah, we haven't finished everything. This is all literally our opinions, but I completely respect. I don't respect Cyberpunk, but I do respect Bocchi the Rock.
But it's in the top 10s, right? For you?
Yeah, Cyberpunk's
yeah,
my
yeah,
third.
okay,
dude.
yeah.
Cyberpunk's my third. I don't think it is. I don't respect that Mobs and Chainsaw Man are that low. But it's all. This is literally so subjective, and the fact that we are able to pin down basically for every other award is pretty impressive.
And we're not gonna. And I feel. And again, we'll have to say it again. There's a lot of stuff we didn't watch. I wish I could have watched
Bleach.
King of Kings.
Bleach.
I wish I could have watched Bleach.
I'm sure a lot of people will say Bleach is the anime of the year.
Bleach, and I've watched like, yeah, there's like a lot of series that I wish I could have watched.
Bleach is probably the next big thing I'll read. Individual thing.
Before, I mean, I don't care what order you watch it in, but before Naruto, really, or Naruto doesn't.
Yeah, I
interest
actually
you?
want to see it before Naruto because I feel like a lot of people have done Naruto and then Bleach, just like I want to do Eden Zero and then Fairy Tail.
Yeah.
And I'm doing Fire Force and then Soul Eater. So I'm just doing it
Switching
in
it up a little bit.
Order.
Yeah.
Different order.
Yeah.
You know what? Screw it. Boruto and then Naruto.
I mean, you're just gonna be like looking for it. It's gonna make Naruto look like Berserk, like compared to like that.
That's great.
Yeah, man. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, Edgar, anything you're excited to read this upcoming year?
Read, like, can it be like going on like right now?
Yeah.
Jujutsu Kaisen, I'm wondering where it's gonna go.
Yeah.
Really interested in where it's gonna go. If Hunter x Hunter keeps going, I'm really interested in where that's gonna go.
Yeah.
I just like Mushoku Tensei. That's not a manga,
Yeah.
but I really love reading the light novel, and I feel like by the end of this year, the light novel will have officially released its English release.
I'm excited to watch that. You're gonna explode when I watch it.
I don't know. I'm kind of scared for that one too, on how you react to it. We'll see when you get there. For those who've already watched it, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Okay.
You know?
I'm excited to continue reading Berserk. I've got a whole bunch of stuff on my plate.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna read Berserk and
Yeah.
One Piece. I'll keep reading both of those. So they'll be.
I'm super excited to really jump on Soul Eater. To really,
Man,
do
I'm really excited.
stuff.
I'm really excited for you to get in Soul Eater and Love is War.
This is a big year for manga reading for me. I think this year, I don't think I'm going to read Naruto this year. I think the two big things, like the two long things or the three long things, is going to be Berserk, but I'll read that before I go to bed every night because it's 370 chapters, and the chapters are long, bro. They're like the size of volumes. They're so long. And then I'll probably read Bleach and Bleach. I want to hop on before part 2 comes out.
Yeah.
And Hunter x Hunter. I'm excited to read. So,
that one I'm really excited for.
Yeah.
We got more stuff to look forward to, like our predictions in reaction to the Crunchyroll Anime Award Show.
Yeah.
We'll probably do one of those live. I think we're gonna do the live reaction whenever the award show is happening.
Yeah.
And our prediction in an episode before, and the rest of the year for the Manga Monday. This is like the first video, so really good. Keep listening on the apps on Spotify if you're still listening to us through there.
Yeah.
Support us either way. But now YouTube, finally got something to look forward to.
Yeah. We have a link tree down below to all of our stuff now. So check that stuff out.
Yeah, go check that out. Yeah.
That it?
That it.
Signing off on 2022.
See ya. Bye-bye.
Peace.